Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the instant match reaction. Everton 2, Liverpool 2. A proper Merseyside derby. That was a proper Merseyside derby today. It had goals, it had red card, it had controversy. It was it was a proper Merseyside derby. Let's be honest, we've got away with one there today. We have got away with one. It's I'm sorry, I am live, so I'm just changing it over. I'll be honest, it's a bit. We've had two huge pieces of luck in that game that we don't typically get. The win. Let's talk about the Liverpool's disallowed goal. I mean, let's be honest. We all thought that was a goal. We all thought VAR was just looking at it because that's what VAR does. I am astonished. Absolutely astonished that was disallowed. Absolutely astonished. I must admit that. He did not look offside to me. I not for 1 minute thought that goal was going to be disallowed. I was about to throw Jordan Pickford under the bus after he'd basically threw that goal. I mean, that really should have been a Jordan Pickford own goal rather than a Jordan Henderson goal. But it was disallowed to my amazement, to my absolute amazement. And yeah, we've got lucky. And listen, I'm not celebrating I'm not celebrating a draw. I'm happy that we're still unbeaten, but I'm certainly not celebrating a draw. The other goal, the other moment of controversy was first half. Jordan Pickford again involved in it. Went through Virgil van Dijk after he was offside. Again, an offside decision. I suppose it's how the referee and the VAR interprets it. Apparently, this is. I always thought once the whistle was blown, unless it was like violent conduct, like you walked over and punched someone in the face, there's nothing you could do. But the TV referee was saying, well, yeah, he could have given him a red card. And if Van Dijk's onside, which again is like the width of his heel or whatever it was, or the width of his arm or whatever, then it's a penalty and it's a red card. So we got very, very lucky there. I mean, this was after Liverpool had taken the lead very early on. I mean, let's be honest, we were certainly in the first half, we were all over the place. We looked like a team that had players coming back from injuries and players coming back from international duty. We were all over the place. Liverpool started much better, much quicker, much faster. They targeted Seamus Coleman straight away, because James Rodriguez very, very rarely gets back. They targeted that area, and that's where they got the joy for the first goal. Very simple. Then 1-0 up, and the Jordan Pickford situation comes just after that. So that could have been very, very quickly down to 10 men and being 2-0 down after 5 minutes. But we got ourselves back in the game. We started making, a few chances, getting the ball up the other end, and I think it was a Dominic Calvert-Lewin effort forced Adrian to push one wide, and it's a corner, and it's a very straightforward corner. We're decent on set pieces now, and Michael Keane buries it in, and it's 1-1, and we're back in the game. And obviously, listen, Liverpool controlled large amount of the game, but we got ourselves back into it. Half time came, second half I thought we played a lot better. James Rodriguez started to get on the ball. Dom had that one chance where it flashed across him. Richarlison hits the post. And really, when they score, we're looking to make a change. We're looking to bring Sigurdsson on. And the goal just come from nowhere, really. It's a ball into the box, simple ball in. And Mina just doesn't deal with it at all. It's really, really poor from Mina. Really poor. Just back heels it. Any defender at any level, you don't just back heel it, out into the penalty box. And Salah does what Salah does and buries it. And to me, there's like no shock that he's done that. Any professional footballer really should be hitting the target from that position. It was pathetic from Mina, to be honest, absolutely pathetic, and he's buried it. And then a couple of minutes later, they get a corner, and we've been very, very lucky. I think it was Joe Matip gets a great header on it. And to be fair, Jordan Pickford makes an absolute worldie of a save, an incredible save to keep it at 2-1. We rode our luck a little bit there, and again, Hammers getting it out wide, great ball in for us. And after we'd gone a little bit, we took We took the Corey off. He rolled the dice, brought Iwobi on, and it got us, more. I think just got us a little bit more talent on the pitch in terms of going forward. Great cross in, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin does what he's been doing all season for us and buries it and made up. He got that goal that showed that he's not just a flash in the pan or because I was thinking when that ball came across him, when he could almost finished it, we didn't get really near it. Could have made it 2-1 for us, but he never had thought this is where the doubters will come back, because he hasn't really scored those kind of goals. I mean, he has. He scored against everybody. United, Man City. He scored against Chelsea. He scored against Tottenham. He scored against all the big teams. I think the only one he hadn't scored against was Liverpool. So for him to get that goal was really, really big. With 9 minutes to go. And then the game just sort of calmed down. And then one moment of stupidity, really. Mina comes flying out to win a header, and then Richarlison, this is near the halfway line, Richarlison flies in, and there's absolutely no need for it. It's absolute stupidity. Gets sent off, rightly so. 3-match ban, and that's the thing, isn't it? A 3-match ban for one of our most important footballers. And then you're thinking, don't lose this now. In the 5 minutes, don't lose it, because Richarlison's red card then means nothing, does it? It doesn't mean anything anyway, but you know what I mean? To compound it would be a red card and losing the game. And really, in those 5 minutes, Thiago started to take over. This is where you see how good Thiago was. He had a good game, Thiago, today, and he's a great player, we all know that. But this is where you could see the effect of Thiago getting on the ball, unlocking defences. That's why Liverpool bought him. It's to unlock defences that want to play the low block, and that's what maybe the even though they're really, really good, but think back to the Atletico Madrid game and things like that. And he plays that little slide ball in, and I think it's Mane who was it Mane who was offside, but he wasn't. Jordan Henderson swoops it in, and it's weird when you see goals like that, because it's the last minute, but because there's no crowd, you're like, did that really happen? But of course it really happened. It's Everton. But when he gave offside, I was just absolutely amazed, and then we go down the other end. Iwobi has a brilliant piece of skill, wins as a free kick, and I'm just thinking, can we actually do this? It's a great ball in, headed back, and the goalie gets his hands on it. 2 minutes early, you're thinking just below the whistle. And that moment, you're just thinking, oh, can we do it? And we don't. But it ends 2-2. Listen, we're still unbeaten. But I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in our performance. I'm disappointed in the fact that we haven't shown today what we're good at. What we have shown is character and the ability to come back in a game and score a couple of goals. So that's fantastic. But football-wise, I just thought we were off it. But this seems to always happen after international breaks, doesn't it? All your players come back, and it's a bit higgledy-piggledy. And, there's different levels of fitness, and some of our players looked way off it today, and we had players who went off injured. And, of course, we had players who went off injured during the game, Seamus Coleman. But what I would say is Ben Godfrey come on, and I thought he was fantastic. I thought he was, a couple of minutes after he come on, he was a little bit shaky. But once he got that position, I thought he done really, really well at right back. Defensively, looks like he knows what he's doing. Not sure if he's a natural right back, of course, but defensively looked like he knew exactly what he was doing. Yeah, I'm not sitting here going, oh, we drew 2-2 with Liverpool, but we're still top of the league. We never played well today. And to see us get a red card to one of our most important players is really, really disappointing. It really is. So from that point of view, I'm disappointed. But to see Liverpool, to see that goal disallowed, of course, there's a huge element of relief. I'm not celebrating getting a draw. I'm celebrating not getting beat, I suppose. Because when your nearest rival does that in the last minute, you're never expecting VAR to intervene. Because honest to God, I was shouting my head off at that when Andy Robertson got away with putting 6 studs in the back of Alan's calf. But that moment, I really thought that was a goal. I really thought Jordan Pickford's had a area, and a soft shot got bounced over his arm, which was awful. And that's the problem with Jordan Pickford, is that he makes a worldie like that, and then he does that when it, and that's it. That's the problem with him. And you have to accept that. He's the Everton goalie, and you have to accept that. And we need better. We need better. But what I would say is Liverpool showed today why, you know, they're so good. And that's what we've got to get up to. That they're on you, aren't they? They're horrible. They're on you straight away. They're swarming all over you. They're putting pressure on your players. They're forcing you to play backwards. They're forcing you into mistakes. They're forcing you to turn the ball over. This, you know, the high press is incredible. But we had little moments today where we did really, really well. And listen, we haven't been beaten. We're still unbeaten. We're still top. We have to move on now to next week and get a week of bit more shape, bit more rest. I'm sure it'll be a Wobie who comes on for Richarlison. Doesn't offer the same, but with Dom in the form he's in, with James Rodriguez playing the way he is, I just think today our midfield just didn't really get a grip. Alan first half, Andre Gomez was woeful, absolutely woeful. Let's be honest, he was woeful. And what Liverpool did really well today is they stopped a lot of the time. They stopped James Rodriguez and Richarlison getting into areas that could get the ball to Dom. They isolated Dom quite a lot. They isolated him, and it meant that we got very few chances. So that's what they did really well. What we have to do is make sure that doesn't happen by being more aggressive. But I suppose the aggression comes from players. Are they tired? And I don't listen. Liverpool have had players who've been on international duty, but also Liverpool have had brought in players like Mane today who've haven't played for 3 weeks, and Fabinho hasn't played for 3 weeks. So there's a freshness for some of their best players today. Andy Robinson didn't play in the week for Scotland because he picked up a mysterious booking for kicking the ball away and missed the game. But listen, it is what it is. It's a 2-2 draw against Liverpool, and we're still top of the league, and I'm not celebrating. All I want to do is say Everton just have to improve next week. But we've stuck in there. We've kept going. And it is what it is. It is exactly what it is. So do us a favour. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Sorry, I'm looking away because I need to change the shot here. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And I'll see what the general thoughts are and maybe have a little chat about them in the player ratings or whatever. But yeah, so make sure you give this video a like. Put your comments in. If you want videos live every day over on Patreon, make sure you click the link in the description. It's well worth it. £3 a month. You can't even buy a pint now, can you? So you might as well just spend it on us on Patreon. It's well worth it. Daily live shows. The final word on Monday will be live on Patreon. So make sure you check that out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.